Hello and welcome to In the House. My name is Matthew Gunzel.
And I'm Andy Cook.
And welcome to our very first episode talking about Team UK. Ooh, controversial.
Yeah, the big stuff now.
In this little mini-series we're going to be talking about Team UK, how Team UK works, who should be on Team UK, who shouldn't be on Team UK.
Also a bit about the history of Team UK, how it's formed and how it's changed and developed.
And also just seeing how much we can mildly offend the entire community in one series of videos. I'm Matthew Gunzel.
I'm Andy Cook, we've done that once.
And this is Team UK.
Oh yeah.
Music interlude. So the very first Team UK was started in 2012 when Alex Benapee, when he was Commissioner of the OQA, wanted to come and get some international teams playing each other in England to really kick-start Quidditch in Europe.
I think it's fair to say the 2012 team is very much not actually recognisable as a Quidditch team, realistically.
Well, it was kind of...
Have you heard of Quidditch was the criteria.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it did its job. At the time, it was intended as a kind of Kickstarter to get Quidditch going, and it certainly did that. I mean...
yeah, if you look at a lot of the people in it, you've obviously got people like yourself, Barringer, Morton, both people, I mean there's clearly more other people.
Yeah, well, Dougal, Abby Harris.
People who are still involved today, like starting teams
or really influential, teams. Like Angus Barry as well.
We could have got your kit here.
Oh, alas. Oh.
But yeah, so that's very much how the team started, and can you remember how they did?
I mean, I think we didn't do well.
No.
I know if you look at the Team USA, they have a video on YouTube called Legacy, and it's basically just like a 5-minute video of them just trashing us, basically.
And I think if you go on the OQA website, it still has a picture of you guys in your original kits.
But that like one summer games back in 2012 in Oxford really kind of defined, I think, and what it did in my head was it put Team UK at the centre of UK Quidditch.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to be on Team UK is always...
It became a question which wasn't being asked before.
Well, more than that, it became like a community, like, you know, the core of the community in the UK is built around Team UK. Like, you know, whenever Team UK doing anything, everyone is interested, everyone wants to be involved. I mean, Fly the Movie is a really great example of that.
Yeah, like, it's following Team UK.
Exactly. It kind of shows how much it's just at the core of like what.
Please note our plug was a little bit more discreet this time.
That was just like completely.
But the marketing is still there.
Yeah, we're getting better.
That's more money for us then.
Yes. We do get 50 quid every time we mention Fly the Movie.
What? Fly the Movie?
What's Fly the Movie?
So moving on. So after 2012, went to 2014 to the next global games in Vancouver.
Yeah, Burnaby, Canada. We did better then. That Team UK was much more like of a competitive Team UK.
I was involved in this, but I actually know something as well.
Yeah, well, I was the one who came up with the model for how that Team UK would be structured.
And for those who are freshers and might not remember this, what was the model, Guenz?
Well, Team UK back then, we basically did tryouts in January.
And why
we did tryouts in January?
And interestingly, I started playing Quidditch a week before, and you said you should totally come and try out. Which probably still shows the stage UK Quidditch was at.
But I mean, we did 2 tryout weekends in 2014. The first weekend had about 20 odd people turn up, and it was like, yeah, okay, this might be okay. And then the second weekend had like 100 odd people, and it was insane. And me and Ben Morton were running that, and it was kind of, you know, there was a lot of kind of competitive play going on, a lot of watching people, but it was very much kind of confirming who we already knew was pretty much at the top of the game.
Because I guess at the time, even in 2014, you've got to remember Quidditch is still quite small, like, I'm not sure how many teams
me and Ben knew most of the people in Quidditch at the time.
Totally.
So, we chose 42 players.
So 2 sets of 21.
2 sets of 21, and the idea was that as someone dropped out of the first squad, basically, they would be replaced by a roughly equivalent person from the second squad.
But it also allowed the fact that actually at all times there were 2 21-man squads playing against each other.
They did. I don't know if they did a few training weekends, but you know when they did,
they did a couple. Yeah.
You could have full 21 versus 21. So that was 2014. We did quite respectably, I think, at that.
Yeah, I think we did okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've got our
European games
last year.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
This was in Italy. It was the first European Games. UK were obviously quite confident to do one of the bigger teams going.
Yeah, we came second place in the end. That team was I would say the first. Sorry, 2014 guys, but the first really competitive Team UK. That was the first Team UK, I think, that like you can tell from the get-go was there to win games.
There was training became a bit more of a thing.
Yeah.
And it stopped being a bunch of really good Quidditch players and became a bunch of a team.
I think then Team UK became its own kind of institution within Quidditch UK.
Yeah.
Before that it was kind of just like, oh, Team UK is just like this bunch of players. But then, like, you know, last year was really when Team UK entrenched itself as an institution within the sport.
And something people aspired to rather than hoped to get on.
Yeah,
And I think there's a subtle difference in wording there.
Yeah, exactly. So they did quite well. I don't know exactly what the whole recruitment process was last year.
Last year you signed up
you got scouted,
to want to be looked. And I signed up and then injured myself 3 minutes into my first scouted match.
R.I.P.
And that was the end. I don't know how I can get in after that point, to be honest.
R.I.P. That's so bad.
Like, I'm just going to stroke my knee in.
Is that okay? How's it doing?
It still genuinely occasionally comes out still. And I'm now so used to it, I can just put it back in. And
so, anyway,
yeah.
That Team UK was kind of the first kind of, you know, really competitively minded Team UK. And a lot of the people who were on the Team UK last year are in the training squad now.
Yes, and like at that point not we, but Quidditch UK decided that there would be less of a, this is a squad you try out for.
And you get on the squad, and once you're on the squad, you're on the squad.
And it became this standing squad. Lucy Quidditch was running it out, Tom Haynes took over, this was something he was really passionate for.
Yeah.
Just to organise that, it was a team.
It became a lot more fluid then, didn't it?
Which monthly could train, and if you weren't pulling your weight, you would leave.
Yeah.
And if you were doing well, there were spaces for you. So it was cut down from 42 for us.
It's like 30 odd now, isn't it?
And it was that 21 plus people allowing them in,
yeah.
and I think people must have come out of it as well.
Yeah. So now we have the situation where we have this kind of Team UK training squad that's kind of like 30 odd people, kind of shifting all the time as to who's in and who's out, and they're players who are kind of at the peak of their game, really smashing it.
But knowing they have to play well to keep it up as well. And that's the thing, is like, all those people have to be quietly confident at this stage of the season about global games, but they also know
World Cup.
Oh, it's changed now, isn't it? World Cup.
I fought long and hard to get that title from the Americans.
I apologise. But they've got, they're confident that they must be hoping that they're going to be there.
Yeah,
but actually, it's not for certain. And
you've still
if they're
got to
not
be
turning
working
up to trainings, or even if they've just had a bad BQC, that will be a couple of weeks back when this goes out. And actually, if they've had a bad BQC, they've got to be worried at this point.
Exactly.
Because actually, as we've discussed in the previous video, there's those players knocking on that door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who are coming up. So in this Team UK series, we're going to be chatting, about this fluid squad structure and about kind of players, who's in it, who maybe shouldn't really be in it,
who was in it and has kind of slipped off a little bit.
And
this isn't going to be harsh to anyone. It's just going to be
harsh. It's going to be harsh.
We're going
to try. It's not.
It'll be diplomatical till the comments start.
It's not personal, is it? It's just kind of like analysis, commentary. It's not digs at anyone,
We have no public opinion.
Yeah, exactly. We're just chatting shit, basically. It's the crux of the thing.
Yeah, and if we do end up having influence, we're sorry.
We're ever so sorry. Like if the speaker season Rouge next year, like, ooh, that was powerful.
When we take over from the camera.
So that's going to be kind of what we're discussing in this series. We're discussing who's going to be coming in, going out, who should be in the squad.
And what we actually think Team UK's chances are.
Yeah,
I guess that's something we're going to touch on. It's a big tournament.
We'll almost certainly do a separate World Cup series. I think if we get to that point and kind of we're still going strong, people are still wanting content from us, we'll do something.
Can we do a live show in Vancouver? We could do it
in Vancouver. With no one there.
A live show in Frankfurt.
Well, considering I'll be running the thing, probably not. Yeah.
I'll get some to shoot.
Okay.
Shall we end this episode?
Maybe. So, I've been Matthew Guenz.
I've been Andy Cook.
Welcome to our Team UK series. We'll see you later in this week for our very first episode about Team UK. Who's in, who should be in, who shouldn't be in, and we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.